Good morning. This is my current problem right now. You guys see those chicks? Those 4 little baby chicks? They do not want to cooperate. They just keep flying out. So, if anybody knows how young I can clip chicken wings to prevent them flying out of the chicken run, that would be fantastic. Because I have clipped wings on my older gals, but I've never done it on a chick. These chicks aren't quite 6 months old yet, so don't really want to do that unless I have to. Rabbit people of America, or the world. What is up here? This mating courtship dance they're doing is just confusing. So my buck Chester is obviously the one on top currently. And Char there on the bottom keeps trying to mount him, so I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. See, look, there she goes. Oh, never mind. We are hoping to get these guys bred. Super hopeful. And no, they're not always in there together. Char is only in there to breed right now. She has her own much larger pen with a nest box. Loco, hanging out on top of the bunny tractor. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? What, honey? You are not supposed to be out. What are you doing, Lady Hawk? I don't like it. Wanted to hear more about my composting situation, and honestly I've been kind of slacking in the composting department just because we feed all of our scraps to the chickens and even some of them to the rabbits, like strawberry tops and carrot tops and things like that. Okay, so I didn't actually come up with this idea for the pallet composter. I'll show it to you guys. Here she is. It wasn't actually my idea. I got the idea from Justin Rhodes, the apron-wearing Chicken Ninja Master. This awesome permaculturist that I follow. If you're any one of my friends, you know that I talk about this guy way too much. Just because he's totally changed my whole outlook on raising chickens and growing a garden. I mean, if you guys raise chickens, you want to raise chickens, you want to try to grow your own food, but you're not quite sure how, you don't know how to implement all of the steps and how to get started, y'all need to buy Justin Rhodes' film, Permaculture Chickens. I bought that film. It shows you how to implement the composter with your Premier One fencing. You can see my setup right here with the chickens and the fencing. It talks about mobile coops and even gives you plans for the coops that Justin uses himself. But this wasn't my idea. This pallet compost, this was not my idea. I got this idea out of the DVD Permaculture Chickens. Basically, you just got 4 nasty old pallets right here. Let me see if I can set the tripod up and talk to you. All right, everybody, I am gonna squat down so you can see my face a little bit better. So, this is my pallet composter right here. It's comprised of only 4 pallets and 4 hay strings. Basically, all you want to do is just stand them up and tie them together. You don't want to create like a permanent structure, something that you're gonna, well, let me stop and rephrase that first by saying, if your coop is permanent, then I could understand your compost bin being permanent. However, if your coop is going to be mobile, then you probably want your compost bin to be a little bit more mobile. And right now it's actually not in the run with my chickens, but that's only because I just rotated them and I didn't really feel like moving the compost bin, mainly because of the fact that it's not even full. I mean, when I moved the birds over to this side, there was like hardly anything in the bottom, so I wasn't really gonna be using any compost right away. I need to start building some compost. And I was really kind of lacking nitrogen. You know, I have all this carbon materials like straw and hay and things like that I can use, and shavings, but I didn't really have much in the way of manure built up yet, or stuff that I wanted to use, because I'm really trying to stay away from horse manure. Really, I watched this extreme composting video by David the Good, and he really just says to stay away from manure. So that's really, are you doing okay? We want down? You want down? You want to get down? Okay, you're gonna sit here? Okay, so basically I'm trying to stay away from manure. So basically what I needed to do was, I don't collect any manure from the rabbits because I just let them fertilize the pasture with that, but I needed to collect some more manure from the chickens. So basically that's what I've been doing. I've just been adding to it the whole summer, adding as much as I can as far as cleaning out the coop, and I added in, I mean, I know this is probably going to sound like another crazy thing, but like I said, I'm not using this compost right away. It's going to be sitting here for a long time, I think. So I threw all of the guts from our chicken processing when we butchered our broilers last week. I put all that in there. And there's just all sorts of stuff in there. You know, there's even onions sticking out right here. That should probably go back up in the top. But anything that's rotten that I'm not going to feed to the chickens will go in there. Anything that's too rotten, or anything they won't eat really, you know, like corn husks and probably onions, because that doesn't really taste super great, and eggs. But so things like that. If you guys start following Justin Rhodes on YouTube, you'll see exactly how he rotates his chickens. I myself have not gotten that awesome yet, but I hope to be. I really want to start moving them every 6 weeks if I can, and actually preparing some real garden spaces. I let my chickens run through the garden. I let my chickens run through there for probably 2 months, from about January to March, before I took them out. And I can't even explain to you guys the difference in my garden. I mean, it's just amazing. The fact that I just planted stuff and I barely even had to try. I mean, like, the ground is, the chickens tilled it. I brought in straw and mulched it. The ground retains moisture. It's got enough nitrogen. You can tell the plants are fed well. They're just all a deep, beautiful green and so healthy, and they're booming. And that's just so much more than my garden was last year. And I think that has to do 100% with the chickens. People don't realize the worth that their chickens are, and how much work they can do for you. They don't just lay you eggs. And if you give them the chance, they can make you babies. I mean, I hatched out my first 2 nests of chicks this year, and I thought I'd never do that. I thought that was going to be too hard, and I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't do it. But we did it. And, you know, actually, I didn't do it. Margot did it. I didn't do any of that work. And I got 7 beautiful chicks out of it. So it's, you know, it's using your chickens for your farm eliminates so much more manpower. So much more time is available in your day to do other things, to spend with your family. If you just implement these small little things, you know, just consistency in your routine with your birds in your garden, it truly is amazing how much chicken can do for you.